everybody, it's me Sheila. Here we are for story time. I've got my mask on with my reader girl. I'm going to take it off though so that we can hear each other. Yay! Alright, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. I have stories today all about houses and homes and a couple of flannel board stories and some songs. And of course we're going to start with shaking our sillies out. Okay? So stand up with me. Let's do it together. We need some exercise. Oh, I do. So get your long arms and your long legs and your big, big body. We're going to shake it, okay? Here we go. And go. There it is. Woo, that was fast.
I'm gonna shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. And wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out. And wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna yawn, yawn, yawn my sleepies out. Yawn, yawn, yawn my sleepies out. Yawn, yawn, yawn my sleepies out. And wiggle my waggles away. I'm gonna stretch, stretch, stretch my stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch my stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch my stretchies out. And wiggle my waggles away.
Here we go.
I'm gonna shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. And wiggle my waggles away. And wiggle my waggles away.
Phew. Now I'm ready. All right. Yay, come on in. Have a seat. Sit somewhere you can see. Here's what I have today. All right, I have a book that I love. There's so many good ones. This book is about jump roping. Do you know how to jump rope? Choo, 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 choo. Or if somebody helps you, it's choo, 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 choo. Right? So good. This book is about two sisters who want to jump rope, but they don't have enough people to help them hold the ropes. So they're hoping for some new friends. And remember, I'm reading stories about homes and houses and moving and things like that, where you live, okay? This book is called The Magic Moonberry Jump Ropes. So fun. By Takari Hru. And the pictures are by E.B. Lewis, the beautiful E.B. Lewis. Magic Moonberry Jump Ropes. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can see it all. Aww. Here we go. April and her little sister Erica loved to jump double dutch on the school playground. On the first day of summer vacation, they asked the neighborhood kids to join in, but they all said no. I like to ride my bike, said Mandel. I like skateboarding, said Keisha. And so April and Erica had to find a way to jump double dutch all by themselves. First, they tied the ends of the rope to the fence in the front yard. April turned the ropes while Erica jumped, and April sang while she turned. Drum lady, do your duty. Drum for the lady with the great big booty. She can wiggle, she can waddle, she can do the splits, but I bet you $5 that she can't do this. Lady on 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot. Lady on 2 foot, 2 foot, 2 foot. Erica did karate kicks while she jumped, and the red beads in her braids were flying all around. Clap-a-click, 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 clap-a-click. Those beads kept perfect rhythm. Suddenly, the girl's little dog Cha-Cha came bursting out of the front door. Cha-Cha ran straight to Erica and tried to chew her socks. And then she got tangled in the jump rope. "Cha-Cha, move!" April yelled. Erica lost her balance and fell right into her big sister's arms. "That crazy dog," said Erica. "We can't jump double dutch like this." April sighed. "We need more playmates." "I know," said Erica. "Let's ask Carmen." "What?" cried April. "She's only 3 years old. She can't jump double dutch." But the girls ran into the house to Carmen's room anyway. "Hold this, Carmen," said Erica, placing the ropes in her baby sister's hands. Carmen laughed and squeezed the ropes tightly. "Turn the ropes, Carmen," said April. So Carmen and Erica turned the ropes while April jumped. Little Carmen turned the ropes wildly, hitting the furniture and knocking over toys onto the floor. The girls' parents ran into the room when they heard the noise. "You can't jump rope with Carmen," Mother said. "She's too little." Just then, they heard the doorbell ring. "Uncle Zambezi!" The girls yelled as they ran to let him in. Their uncle had just returned from a trip to Tanzania in East Africa, and he was coming by with gifts for his nieces. Uncle Zambezi stood tall, and his big dashiki made him look even taller. His hair hung around his face in Nubian locks, and his eyes were as big as his smile. Uncle Zambezi leaned over. "Give me a hug," he said to the 3 girls. "I missed you while I was away." He reached deep into his bag and pulled out some musical bells for Carmen. "I was going to keep these for my art gallery," he said, "but I told myself, no, Carmen needs them more." She shook the bells and she giggled. Then Uncle Zambezi looked at April and Erica. "Do you two still like jump rope? Do you jump rope like there's no tomorrow?" "Oh, yes," April replied. "Me too," said Erica. He reached into his bag and pulled out 2 rainbow-colored jump ropes. April's and Erica's eyes grew big with excitement when their uncle placed the beautiful jump ropes into their hands. Uncle Zambezi explained, "These are magic moonberry jump ropes, a special gift to you from my friend Leila in Tanzania." "Are they really magic, Uncle Zambezi?" asked Erica. He grinned. "You bet they are. Leila dyed them by hand. She used indigo, sunflower, and moonberries. You might call them cranberries, but these are special ones, just like Leila is special. Her name means born at night in Swahili. She and her extra beautiful cranberries get their power from the moon, and so she calls them moonberries." "What do magic moonberry jump ropes do, Uncle Zambezi?" April wanted to know. "Well, when you jump, they grant your wish." "Of course. Try them and see," he said. April and Erica gave Uncle Zambezi a big hug and thanked him for their gifts. Then they pulled him right outside to jump with their new ropes. Miss Bessie May leaned out of her front porch to watch all the fun. Old Mr. Hicks stopped watering his lawn to look. Cha-Cha wagged her tail and barked. Uncle Zambezi and Erica turned the ropes while April jumped. Uncle Zambezi sang, "Nubian princess, turn around. Nubian princess, touch the ground. Nubian princess, tie your shoe. These roots will grant a wish for you." "I have a wish," Erica said as she changed places with April. With her red beads clicking, Erica jumped in and sang, "Not last night, but the night before, 2 new friends came knocking at my door. Then I let them in. We jumped rope again and again." Suddenly, a big moving van pulled up to the vacant house across the street. April, Erica, and Uncle Zambezi watched open-mouthed as the moving van began to unload boxes and lamps and 2 kid-sized bikes. And then a blue car pulled up behind the moving van, and out jumped a man and a lady and a boy with a football in his hands, and a girl. "Our new friends!" exclaimed April. "Uncle Zambezi," Erica said, hopping up and down. "Did these jump ropes really grant my wish?" Uncle Zambezi just smiled and winked. "Have fun," he said as he went back into the house. The new kids waved to April and Erica, and the girls went over to say hello. April and Erica introduced themselves and asked right away if they jumped rope. "I'm Takara Brown," said the girl, "and I love to jump rope." "Not me, no way," said her brother. "I'm the Bammer. I play football." Bammer looked straight at Erica and said, "Those red beads are right on time." "Want to play with us?" April asked as Erica rolled her eyes. Takara and Bammer asked their parents. "Yes," said Mrs. Brown. "You might as well play while the movers unload all the furniture and boxes." April and Erica wanted to jump rope with Takara. Bammer asked Mandel if he liked football, and the three girls jumped double dutch with the magic moonberry jump ropes while the boys tossed the football around. "Here's a rhyme that I made up," Erica said, and she sang, jump, Takara, touch the sky. Jump, Takara, you're so fly." "I have one," said Takara. Erica jumped into the ropes, and Takara sang, "Down in the valley where the green grass grows, there sat Erica, sweet as a rose. She sang and she sang and she sang so sweet, along came Bammer and kissed her on the cheek." "Oh no!" Erica screamed, and she jumped out of the ropes. "I don't like boys." Takara and April laughed. April jumped in and did the limbo, and next Erica sang, "April, April, set the table just as fast as you are able. Don't forget the red." The ropes turned faster. "Hot." They turned even faster. "Pepper!" Miss Bessie May danced off her front porch and swayed her hips to the rhythm. Old Mr. Hicks clapped his hands in time to the turning ropes. Mandela left Bammer with the football and did the wheelbarrow with Keisha. Cha-Cha ran and pulled everyone's socks down. The block was hotter than April's red peppers, hotter than Erica's red beads. The sisters switched places without missing a beat. Even Bammer felt the magic. He dropped his football and he jumped into the ropes with Erica. And April sang, "Two in the middle and two at the end. Two jump out and two jump in. Two good sisters with two good friends. Two in the middle and two at the end." The end. That was The Magic Moonberry Jump Ropes by Dakari Hu with E.B. Lewis doing the art. Beautiful. New friends, new neighborhood, new house. Yay. It's a good day to jump rope, I think. Maybe it's a little too hot though here. Ooh. It's not as hot as some places though. All right. So I thought that we could, do you remember that Uncle Zimbari brought some bells for little Carmen? I thought we could play. I found some bells in our back. They sound a little like jingle bells, don't they? So I thought we could sing a song about the alphabet with our noisemakers, with a shaker, with some bells, with something to make some noise. We could also clap our hands to make noise, or anything to make some noise, okay? Here we go. Let's sing the ABC song. Let's try it. I think you know it. Let's start with the letter A. That's right. All right, you ready? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABC. Next time, won't you sing with me? Yay! Yay. All right. What other songs can we sing with our bells, with our shakers? Can we sing a chicken song with a bell? Maybe? You have a shaker. You could use a shaker that looks like an egg. You can use a bell. You can shake a stuffy. We can do any of it. I'm going to use the bell. Let's do our chicken song. Ready? Chick, 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 chicken. Lay a little egg for me. Chick, 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 chicken. I want one for my tea. I haven't had an egg since breakfast, and now it's 3:30. So, chick, 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 chicken, lay a little egg for me. Yay! All right, excellent. All right, what else do I have? Oh, I was talking to a friend, and she is celebrating the Lunar New Year today, tomorrow. Well, it'll be soon. The Lunar New Year in the Muslim calendar starts, I think, Wednesday night, Thursday morning. So I brought some moon flannel boards. And there was a moon in those moonberry jump ropes too, wasn't there? All right, so this is a rhyme you might know. I do have the words for it though too. There's that, but you might know this. It starts with a hey. Ready? Here we go. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport. Yep. And the dish ran away with the spoon. Run! Look at those beautiful pieces. Let's do it together with all of them on the board. You ready? We'll start with the cat and the fiddle. Ready? Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Run! Yay! And I have another moon rhyme. Let me show you this other one. Oh, this other one's a little longer. It's a song about the man in the moon. Let's see if I didn't even get that ready. Let's see if we can do it together. All these beautiful pieces that Zoe made for us years ago. Here we go. Let's see. This is called Aiken Drum. Let's see. Does it start with this one? It does. Does this look like the moon? A little bit, huh? A full moon. Or a big face, maybe. Yeah? It's the Aiken Drum song. There was a man lived in the moon, lived in the moon, lived in the moon. There was a man lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. He played upon a ladle, a ladle, a ladle. He played upon a ladle, and his name was Aiken Drum. Let's see. His hair was made of cream cheese, cream cheese, cream cheese. His hair was made of cream cheese, and his name was Aiken Drum. What are these things? These might be growing in your garden right now. What is that? Delicious red tomato. His eyes were made of tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. His eyes were made of tomatoes, and his name was Aiken Drum. What else did he have there? I need something like this. What is that? Is that spaghetti? Tomatoes with spaghetti? His mouth was made of spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. His mouth was made of spaghetti, and his name was Aiken Drum. All right, well, what's this? that something you like? I don't think I liked it when I was little, but I like it now. Starts with a B. It's broccoli. His nose was made of broccoli, broccoli, broccoli. His nose was made of broccoli, and his name was Aiken Drum. How about ears? These seem like good ears, don't they? What are those? Delicious summer vegetable, right? Maybe this can be his body. His ears were made of corn on the cob, corn on the cob, corn on the cob. His ears were made of corn on the cob, and his name was Aiken Drum. All right, what about his legs? What are those? Delicious. His legs were made of carrots, carrots, carrots. His legs were made of carrots, and his name was Aiken Drum. What about his feet? These grow underneath the dirt, but they're delicious. His feet were made of potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. His feet were made of potatoes, and his name was Aiken Drum. What am I missing? Oh, some arms. Some short arms. How about there? What are those? Are those peas? His arms were made of green peas, green peas, green peas. His arms were made of green peas, and his name was Aiken Drum. What about his hands? Gosh, what are those? Do you think those are garlic or onion? I'm going to say onion. What do you think? His hands were made of onions, onions, onions. His hands were made of onions, and his name was Aiken Drum. Is that all I've got? Got one broccoli left. Maybe he's got a neck that's broccoli too. His neck was made of broccoli, broccoli, broccoli. His neck was made of broccoli, and his name was Aiken Drum. Yay! There was a man who lived in the moon, in the moon, in the moon. There was a man who lived in the moon, and his name was Aiken Drum. Yay! Look at how silly he is. Delicious, delicious. He looks delicious. All right, let's see. I have another book to show you about a house. It's not the house that you live in, probably. It's the house that has an animal. This book is called Nest, and it's by Jory Hurley. There's a robin. We have robins here in California, right? Did you know their eggs were blue? They live in a nest. Here we go, nest. Oh, look at all the eggs. Very pretty. Can you see? Look what's in that robin's beak. It's a little piece of something to build a nest with. Nest. Warm. Hatch. Beep, 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 beep. Grow. Jump. Whoop. Fly. Feast. Surprise. Blow. Nom, 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 nom. Snuggle. Sleep. awake. Explore. Meet. Nest. The end. Yay. A nest is a house, isn't it? A house for birds. And they make it all themselves with their own bodies, their beaks, and their talons. All right. It looks like they stay in that nest and they leave and then come back. I have another book to read to you. It is about an animal that lives all by itself all by itself. It lives in the same place its whole life. And this is by Simon James. He wrote the words and he did the pictures. He's one of my favorite authors. He's British. This is called Sally and the Limpet. And you will see what a limpet is. So if you live by the ocean, you might see a limpet sometime, like Sally found. There we go. Not long ago, on a Sunday, Sally was down on the beach exploring when she found a brightly colored, bigger than usual, limpet shell. She wanted to take it home, but as she pulled, the limpet made a little squelching noise and held on to the rock. There it is. You can barely see it, it's so small. The harder Sally tugged, the more tightly the limpet held on, until suddenly Sally slipped and fell, with the limpet now stuck to her finger. Though she pulled with all of her might, it just wouldn't come off. So she ran over to her dad. He heaved and groaned, but the limpet made a little squelching noise and held on even tighter. So that afternoon, Sally went home in the car with the limpet stuck to her finger. When they got home, her dad tried using his tools. Her brother tried offering it lettuce and cucumber. But that night, Sally went to bed with a limpet stuck to her finger. The next day was school. All of her friends tried to pull the limpet off of Sally's finger. Mr. Blueberry, her nature teacher, said that a limpet lives for 20 years and spends its whole life on the same rock. In the afternoon, Sally's mother took her to the hospital to see the doctor. He tried chemicals and injections and potions and pinchers. Sally was beginning to feel upset. Everyone was making too much of a fuss all around her. She kicked over the doctor's chair and ran. She ran through the endless corridors. She just wanted to be on her own. She ran out of the hospital and through the town. She kept on running when she got to the beach. She ran through people's sandcastles. She even ran over a big man. And when she reached the water, she jumped in with all of her clothes on. Sally landed with a big splash and then just sat quietly in the water. The limpet, feeling at home once more, made a little squelching noise and wiggled off of her finger. But Sally didn't forget what Mr. Blueberry, the nature teacher, had said. So very carefully, she lifted the limpet by the top of its shell and carried it back across the beach, past the man that she had walked over. And gently, so gently, she put the limpet back on the very same rock where she had found it the day before. And then, humming to herself, she took the long way home across the beach. The end. Sally and the Limpet by Simon James. Nice. Nice to be in the same place. To be back home. To be home. Feeling safe. All right. What else do we have? What am I forgetting? Maybe one last quick story. This is new. Newish. I know, you're sitting so well listening to all these stories. Listening. Thank you for listening. This book is pretty new. It's called Just in Case You Want to Fly. It is by Julie Fagliano and Christian Robinson. Just in case you want to fly. Just in case you want to fly, here's some wind. And here's the sky. Here's a feather, here's up high, and here's a wing from a butterfly. Here's a cherry if you need a snack, and if you get itchy, here's a scratch on the back. Here's a rock to skip, and a coin to wish. And a fork, and a spoon, and a cup, and a dish. And just in case you want to sing, here's a la la la, and a ding ding ding. Here's a joke if you want to laugh. Bye, son. And here's your toothbrush and your favorite giraffe. Here's a blanket, and here's a dream, and some kisses on your head. Here's a pillow, and here's a song for when you go to bed. And just in case you want to cry, here's a tissue, and here is a sigh. Here's an umbrella in case it rains. And some honey for your tea. And here's a map with an X on the spot to find your way home to me. The end. Yay! What a beautiful book. So many beautiful books. Gosh, they're like treasures, aren't they? All right, I think we should do our beanbag song. Oof, I've taken your time so much today. So I'm going to get my red beanbag today. So if you have a beanbag, you can certainly use that, but you don't have to. You can use a Kleenex. You can use a stuffy. You can use a pillow. You can use a washcloth. You can use a shoe. You can use whatever you've got. You can borrow your baby's pacifier. So let's try this. This is our beanbag song that we always like to do about our bodies. We need elbows. That's not it. Let's see what we got here. 7, 8, 9. Here. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Okay, we're gonna start this song off by putting the beanbag on your shoulder.
Shoulder.
Take that beanbag, put it on your shoulder, keep it on your shoulder. That's the way we.
Your knee.
Take that beanbag, put it on your knee and keep it on your knee, and that's the way we.
Your
Take
hand.
that beanbag, put it on your hand and keep it on your hand, and that's the way we.
Your head.
Take that beanbag, put it on your head and keep it on your head, and that's the way we.
Your elbow.
Take that
Oh, your
beanbag,
elbow.
put it on your elbow, keep it on your elbow, that's the way we.
Your neck.
Take that
Oh, your neck.
beanbag, put it on your neck and keep it on your neck, and that's the way we.
On your stomach.
Take
Oh, your
that
stomach.
beanbag,
Your belly.
put
Your tummy.
it on your stomach, keep it on your stomach, that's the way we.
Your ear.
Take that beanbag, put it on your ear and keep it on your ear, and that's the way we
Your
take
wrist!
that
Your
bean
wrist.
bag, put it on your wrist, and keep it on your wrist, and that's the way we
Your
take
nose.
that
Your
bean
nose.
bag, put it on your nose, and keep it on your nose, and that's the way we
Your
take that
fingers!
bean bag,
Fingers.
put it on your fingers, keep it on your fingers, that's the way we
Your
take
forehead.
that bean bag, put it on your forehead, keep it on your forehead, that's the way we
Your thumb!
take that
On your
bean
thumb.
bag, put it on your thumb, and keep it on your thumb, and that's the way we
Your
take
cheek.
that bean bag, put it on your cheek, and keep it on your cheek, and that's the way we
Your foot!
take that
On your
bean bag,
foot.
put it on your foot, and keep it on your foot, and that's the way we
Your
take
chin.
that bean bag, put it on your chin, and keep it on your chin, and that's the way we
Your ankle!
take that
Ankle.
bean bag, put it on your ankle, keep it on your ankle, that's the way we
Your back.
take that
Oh, your back.
bean bag, put it on your back, and keep it on your back, and that's the way we
Your
take
bottom!
that
Oh,
bean
your
bag, put it on your bottom, keep it on your bottom, that's the way.
Yay! Woo! Yay! 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 All right, friends. Yay! Thank you for listening for so long. Next week we'll do something different. Maybe I'll find some other moon stories for Maria. Or a good story for Carmen and Maria. Or a good story for Audrey and Henry. Or a good story for Vivian. Who else needs a good story? Let me know. All right. See you soon. I love you. I miss you. Bye-bye.